Brother, you have to stop trying to earn your way back into her body by playing the selfless servant. You see, martyrdom doesn't make her love you. It makes her lose all desire for you. You come off as weak and people-pleasing, and the more you give yourself away, hoping she'll throw you a bone, the more she pulls back and you don't get the bone. What you think is sacrifice, she feels as manipulation. And weakness never inspires attraction, it kills it. Most men panic when their wife pulls away and immediately try to compensate with more giving. They take on every chore, plan elaborate vacations, flood her with gifts, and drown her with apologies. They believe that if they sacrifice enough, she'll finally see their worth and reward them with love or sex. But every act of overgiving communicates this poisonous message of, I'm not good enough as I am, so I have to earn you. You see, that mindset is the fast track to destroying attraction. A woman doesn't want a man who needs to earn her like a boss giving out a paycheck. She wants to feel the weight of a man who already knows his value, who gives out of overflow, not out of desperation. When you martyr yourself, you step into the role of her servant, her employee, or worse, a needy child. There's a hidden trap that almost every man falls into. They make her emotional storms their job to fix. She's upset, so he scrambles to calm her down. She's distant, so he bends himself into knots to just make her happy. She's insecure, so he works overtime to reassure her. It looks noble on the surface, but what she feels is that he's needy. She feels like he can't handle her emotions unless they resolve quickly, and that neediness kills attraction every single time. Nothing drives her up faster than seeing a man she once respected collapse under the weakness of validation. A strong man doesn't take on his wife's emotions as a burden. He doesn't try to fix her or carry her storms like they're his own. He redirects her back into her heart. He reminds her of what's really important. He listens, he sees her, but doesn't absorb it or collapse under it. That's what gives her safety, the fact that she can feel anything around him without him falling apart or scrambling for her approval. Most men make the mistake of turning her emotions into their test of worth. When she gets upset, normally he scrambles out of fear. So she holds herself back and says, you're unsafe. She senses that when you reach for her, that you're not reaching for her. You're reaching for proof that you matter. And you think sex will fix the relationship. You think that if she gives herself to you, it will finally prove that you're wanted, needed, and worthy. But she feels that desperation. That's why she avoids it, because she knows that if she gives in, it will satisfy you for a night, but nothing will truly change. The deeper disconnection will remain, and she'll feel used rather than cherished. And you don't want to feel like you're using your wife. You see, this cycle breeds resentment. Resentment towards you and resentment towards sex itself. And over time, she stops associating intimacy with connection and starts associating it with pressure, obligation, and eventually disgust. And the only way out of this trap is to stop using sex as a validation. When you shift into using sex as connection, where your desire comes from presence, from wanting her soul, her energy, her essence, the entire game will change. Now she feels wanted for who she is, not for what she provides. And that's when desire can return. You see, desire is not the enemy. Your hunger is not the problem. What destroys intimacy is the way that you wield it. Most men either suppress their desire, pretending they don't care, numbing themselves out, or they weaponize it by pressuring her, pleading, and guilt-tripping her. You see, both extremes destroy emotional safety, and out goes attraction. The shift is this: own your desire fully, unapologetically, but refuse to chase. Stand in your hunger without making it her responsibility to fix you or satisfy you. Show her that you want her, but you don't need her for validation to feel whole. And here's the paradox. When you stop demanding sex to soothe your ego, she finally feels safe enough to want it again. Because now she feels desired and not pressured. She feels chosen and not obligated. And when she feels this distinction, her walls will begin to crumble. You see, owning your desire with power, while only moving at the speed of her turn on, is the ultimate unlock. You see, at her core, your wife doesn't want another servant. She doesn't want another apology. She doesn't want another round of martyrdom. She wants a man who leads himself, who stands firm in who he is, who carries his own weight, and who commands his own respect. Leading from grounded presence means you stop trying to solve her. You stop trying to rush to manage her moods so she'll validate you. Instead, you stand still. You stand steady. You stand aware. You give her the gift of being able to feel everything around you without you collapsing. That's what makes her feel safe. That's what opens her body. Because women don't crave the man that absorbs their emotions like a sponge. They crave the man who stands like a mountain that they can finally rest against. Be that man again and watch how quickly she remembers her own hunger for you. And brother, stop playing the martyr. Stop proving, stop pleading, stop pouring yourself out hoping she'll finally want you again. Stop trying to solve her emotions like they're your homework. Every act of neediness just drives her further away. Lead yourself. Own your hunger without apology. Redirect her back into her heart instead of collapsing into her storm. Do that and she'll stop resisting. and start remembering why she wanted you in the first place.